Do you want to start on play-by-play?
Good afternoon and welcome to WCBN Sports. For James Meninga, this is John Tondora. We join you for some softball here in Ann Arbor. As the day has turned to dusk, it's still warm all the same as your Michigan Wolverines look to take on the Michigan State Spartans in what should be a fun matchup this evening. The last time these two teams met, April 9th, not all that long ago, an 11-5 win for the Wolverines. Who else to be mentioned other than the power hitter Kiki Thole with 3 home runs and 4 RBIs in a game that went well for the Wolverines as they look to continue some dominance in Big Ten play. James, what do you have to say?
I'm definitely excited for this matchup. This Wolverine squad is definitely a fun one to watch. I was on the call this weekend for the one of the electric come-from-behind wins against the Hawkeyes, and there's really not enough great things you can say about this Wolverines team. Whether it's the dynamic pitching, today we will see Aaron Haynes start for the Wolverines, who's a solid pitcher, or the power hitting from Ava Costales and the other members. It should just be an electric matchup, and I'm excited to see how it goes.
Exactly right. The Wolverines coming into town, or staying into town, I should say, after facing Iowa red hot as we ready ourselves for the first pitch here by Haynes. Beating Iowa in a sweep as the first pitch goes. And that'll land in for a strike. A great start for Aaron Haynes, looking to duplicate what was a strong outing earlier this year for the right-hander. And the second, that one falls just a bit high, 1-1 for Haynes. On the other side, we have Hannah Hawley, the catcher for the Spartans, looking to build on what's been an impressive year for her so far with a .342 average. Number 3 comes in. That one foul tipped off. 1-2. The Wolverines, as we mentioned, looking to continue some dominance here early on in this Big Ten play season. 9-3 in Big Ten play. Only 3 losses coming on a sweep on the road against a strong Northwestern team. The payoff pitch is high. 2-2.
Yeah, this Wolverines team is definitely hot, coming off a 5-win streak after their series loss to Northwestern. But they have been starting a little bit slow, especially in those Iowa games. So we'll see what happens here.
And the delivery notches just high for 3-2. And the next falls just high again. Haynes sticking a little bit high up over the plate there, and it's a walk for Hannah Hawley.
Yeah, this is something we didn't see a ton last weekend against the Hawkeyes. Not a ton of walks from this Michigan pitching staff.
Sydney Dolazecki, I should say, steps onto the plate here for the Spartans. As the first pitch falls just in there for a strike, it's 0-1. Dolazecki shows bunt. Pulls away as that one will fall in for a ball, 1-1. Dolazecki coming in with 108 at-bats here. Not necessarily a hitter for contact with an average of 241. Nevertheless, the Spartans are content to trust her in the 2-hole. Dolazecki shows bunt again, holds back. And that one will fall in for another ball, 2-1.
Yeah, Lily Valamont's getting nervous behind home plate. She's keeping an eye on Hannah Hawley, who's like flirting with second base right now.
Bunt shown, bunt delivered, caught for the first out of the game in a standing ovation. The play made by the first baseman, Kiki Thole, and Hawley will hold at first after the play.
Yeah, great effort there by great effort there by Kiki Thole. She really does it all.
And that one will land in for a strike for Macy Lee, the third batter that Aaron Hain will see today. Hain 13-4 in the season with a 3.31 ERA. One of the steady starters and pitchers here for the Wolverines. As that one sent high and far, but not far enough. It'll land right into the hands of center fielder Jenissa Conway as the Wolverines come up with their second out of this first inning.
Yeah, it's been a really solid start by the Wolverines. 1 walk and 2 quick outs is kind of right where they want to be against this Michigan State team.
Ella McVeigh with a little high five to Aaron Hain as Britton Beshier steps in to the plate. Ball 1. Big hack and a cut. That one won't make any contact there for Beshiers, as the Novi native looks to do a little damage here early on. Another swing and another miss. That's 1 and 2. Aaron Hain starting to get some whiffs here, settling in this first inning. Top of the first, 1 on, 2 out. That's Hawley at first for the Spartans. As Beshier swings a third, and that one will blow right by her. Aaron Hain with her first strikeout of the day, and that one will get her out of a pretty painless first inning, don't you say, James?
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. That was pretty textbook pitching there by the Wolverines. Yeah, Aaron Hain did a great job after the initial walk, just getting 2 quick outs and then a strikeout. Can't really draw it up much better than that.
So Britton Beshiers starts with a ball delivered by 3 swings and a misses, actively looking to be aggressive out there over the plate. Nevertheless, it'll result in a strikeout, and Michigan will get the chance to respond here in the bottom of the first. No outs, no hits, no runs in that top of the first for the Spartans. Nevertheless, we've got a lot more game to play here on a warm day in Ann Arbor. Your Wolverines, it'll be Ellie Sealer, Indiana Langford, and Maddie Erickson in the top of the 3. The top 3, I should say, in the top of this first inning. If they can find some success, the ever-dangerous Kiki Thole will come in the cleanup spot. Then batting 5th, Lily Valimont. And 6th, we've already called her name today, an excellent play in center field, Janissa Conway. Followed up by 7th, Ella Stevenson, Ava Costales, and Ella McVeigh to round it out.
Yeah, this Wolverines batting lineup is it's pretty unique in that they have obviously their amazing first few going, and then at a certain point you hit 4 freshmen in a row. So when you get into crunch time, get in the 5th, 6th inning, and you have 4 freshmen batting, it obviously can create a lot of nerves for this Wolverines team. But as we've seen throughout the entire season, they're really up to the challenge. They're not bothered by the fact that they're freshmen. They go out there with a lot of confidence, and they've closed out a lot of big games just with great hitting. And then having Ava Costales there in the 8th spot, she's a huge hitter. We saw her get back-to-back home runs this weekend. It should be an excellent showing for the Wolverines today.
Yes, indeed, James. The first pitch by left-hander Ashlyn Roberts holds in for a strike. Ava Costales red hot as of late. No one would dispute that. Comes in with a 3.27 average. Of course, we're not going to get the opportunity to call her name for a little bit, batting in the 8-hole, as the delivery by Roberts The Spartan pitcher will lead to a 1-1 just inside. Ellie Sealer, a little fun fact for you, the batter here for the Wolverines leading off. Her mother played softball at MSU. Something that must be a little bit of a family rivalry there, as that one will fall in for a strike. Sealer now going to have to choke up on that bat at 1-2, as every player is all too familiar with. A little bit of defensive batting, never hurt. Always good to keep you on your toes. As the delivery by Roberts is fouled off by Sealer. Down the left field line, it'll stick at 1-2. Roberts looking to improve on what is a 6.07 ERA. Only one game started in 10 appearances. No wins, no losses for the lefty. 25 hits, 13 earned run allowed. As that one will come in, fouled off left again. A cavalcade of Spartans will chase for it, but not before it falls out of play. 1-2 we stand, 1-2 we stay.
Right, like you said, Roberts does not see the circle very often, or at least she hasn't there very much this season. She is a senior, but with not a ton of appearances behind the circle. She's a left-handed pitcher, which isn't that uncommon to see, but something to note.
We'll have to see what that left-hander status does for these Wolverines. Michigan trotting out, I believe it's 6 straight right-handers from the 3 to the 8 position. 3 lefties still, as that one will be knocked forward by Roberts. It's a tough play, a bobble, and it won't get there. Ellie Sealer runs out what's a tough play by shortstop Anna Fox for the Spartans. And just like that, Michigan has one on with no out.
Yeah.
As Indiana Langford will step into the box.
I love Indiana Langford's walk-up song. I think it's so creative.
Very on brand, wouldn't you say, James?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, Ellie Sealer put that ball in a really awkward spot for the defense. It was yeah, definitely hard to make a play there, even though the ball was hit so short.
First pitch. Langford shows bunt, looking for a little bit of a running start there. That one will fall in for a ball, though. No matter what level of baseball, softball, you name it, that's always a tough play for Anna Fox or any shortstop to make. Nevertheless, the Wolverines are thankful for it. That one will be bunted. It looked like it might have knocked off of Indiana Langford. Nevertheless, it'll fall foul.
Yeah, she's been looking for the slap hit on a couple of these now, which is something we see pretty often from this Wolverines team. Not as much from the big hitters, but something you will see towards the beginning, especially with Langford. And yeah, that one did looked fair till Langford bumped into it as she ran.
Exactly right. You're right to mention the slap hit, James. That's a misnomer on my part. I should have spoken more correctly in that regard. Langford evidently going for the slap hit, the lefty. That is a mistake on my end. What were you seeing there, James? I think you said it did eventually bump into her. The ball did.
Yeah, it looked like it initially bounced fair, but as she ran into it, it was knocked foul, and I think the umpire called it back. They might be talking about it right now, or they might be making a change. I'm not sure what's going on. Hannah Hawley is out there talking to Ashton Roberts just outside the circle. Yes, while the head umpire talks to the Michigan State coach.
And all the while, Bonnie Thole talking to Langford. Maybe just seeing what she saw in that play and what ended up happening. Here at Alumni Field, Carol Hutchins Stadium, we're looking to see if we can get a replay board here. We're in the dark as much as any fan. Nevertheless, it seems as though it may have bounced off of her, at least from these two broadcasters' perspective.
Indiana Langford is a unique hitter in this lineup. She's certainly not as much of a power hitter as the girls hitting before and after her. But her spot at the 2 is definitely something to note. She runs the bases as good as anybody on this Wolverines team. And I wonder if she's in there specifically for that. I saw her get walked this weekend, and she was able to run the bases really well. She had a nice steal on steal the second, I believe. So she's just really a dynamic piece to throw in this lineup, and it's not all about big hitting.
Dynamic indeed. 11 steals on the season out of 15 for Indiana. Langford, not necessarily the most aggressive on the base pass, this Michigan Wolverines team. As we'll get a safe signal. And Indiana Langford smiling. Looks like she might have gotten away with one there. So as we settle back in here, there's no out, one on. That one being Ellie Sealer, who dug out a great play or attempt by shortstop Anna Fox of the Spartans. Nevertheless, Ashlyn Roberts will face Langford yet again, number 44 for the Wolverines. And the delivery, that one laid down, and it looks like it'll be a tough play. Not in time.
We talked about that baseline. Yeah, she hit that ball short, and she just got the base. She just got the base super quick, and they were not able to throw it out. Great base hit.
A great base hit indeed. Indiana Langford said, I'll show you some wheels. Hannah Hawley, the catcher for the Spartans, quick on that ball, but not quick enough. As now the Wolverines are within striking distance as the ever-dangerous Maddie Erickson, the right-hander, comes to the plate with 2 on and no out. That one will fall just outside, 1-0.
Yeah, it's always great.
Out of Wilsonville, Oregon. The sophomore, part of this young crop of freshmen last year for the Wolverines, now taking on an even bigger role of substance. Second pitch comes in. That one will bounce off of Erickson's arm, and the bases are loaded with no outs. And just like that, Ashlyn Roberts has found herself in a little bit of a jam. A sticky situation, James.
Yeah, I was just going to say, even if Maddie Erickson didn't get on base there, it's always great to get Kiki Thole behind home plate with at least 1 or even 2 runners on base. But now you've got bases loaded, no outs, with Kiki Thole at the bat. I'd say Ashlyn Roberts has quite the job in front of her.
If there's a person for the job, it's Kiki Thole as the first pitch comes in. And home plate umpire Donald Brown, not to be confused with any other Donald Browns who've come through these Michigan waters in recent years. He sees a ball, it'll be 1-0. Second pitch by Roberts, that one will be knocked away, foul.
That almost made it up to the press box, but barely blocked by the net.
And we're thankful for that net. James, I don't know if you played baseball growing up or any sort of variation, but the reflexes aren't what they used to be over here.
Yeah, I was a bit of a runner, so I was definitely straight away from all things reflexes related.
That one will fall in high for 2-1. Again, bases loaded, no out. It's a 0-0 game here in the bottom of the first. The Wolverines, though, certainly with an ability to make some damage as Kiki Thole settles in for the Roberts delivery. That one, a nice pitch, will fall in for a strike. It's 2-2. Thole, the first baseman, the senior, has seen a lot of change over her time here with the Wolverines. Of course, the departure of the ever-legendary Carol Hutchins, the takeover of Bonnie Thole. As another cut will be just fouled off behind home plate. Up and out of play.
Yeah, that one will go above the press box. We're getting pretty lucky over here.
We're certainly in the splash zone, James.
Yeah, Ashlyn Roberts is doing a good job here. She definitely doesn't want to be too conservative and walk a runner home. She's doing a good job keeping a cool head and putting the ball where it needs to be.
That one will fall just a little low for 3-2. Thole waves off of a potential runner and Sealer at third base.
Right, like I was just saying, Roberts has to be super careful here. She obviously doesn't want to give up a big play, but she also would hate to give up that run, that free run.
That one will be struck, dribbled over to first base. There'll only be one play, courtesy of second baseman Colette Allen. It'll be 1 out, but not before Kiki Thole drives in the first run of the game here in the bottom of the first for the Wolverines. 1-0 lead for Michigan over Michigan State.
Yeah, that was great work there by Kiki Thole. Didn't need a huge play, just a sacrifice hit. Ball went straight to the straight to first base, threw her out, but allowed Ellie Sealer to score.
And in will step number 20, the catcher Lily Valamont, as that one will fall just outside 1-0.
Valamont here is the first of the 4 freshmen in a row that we were talking about. She's had a pretty amazing season, starting all 43 games so far for Wolverines.
Big hack there by Lily Valamont, the Trenton, Michigan native. That one will be fouled away. It's 1-1. Valamont will take that one with a good eye indeed. It'll be 1-2. Roberts still trying to work her way out of a jam here. There's nobody on at first, but second and third are occupied here with 1 out. The Wolverines with ample time and ability to put up some crooked numbers here. That one's hacked away, and it'll dribble right into left field. Valamont will have an RBI to her name as Indiana Langford will score with ease, and the Wolverines will take a 2-0 lead with runners on the corners and only 1 out.
Yeah, it looks like Erickson got a little bit nervous there. She could have maybe gotten close to scoring. I'm not sure. She didn't know if that ball was going to be caught, so she kind of put the brakes on. But I don't know, if she had a little bit more certainty, she might have been able to score there. Put 3-0 on the board. But for now, we sit at 2-0 with Janissa Conway up to bat.
Janissa Conway listed as a righty on our sheet here, but is in the left-hand batter's box, so perhaps a mistake on our part. A great lefty, though, will always break up a little bit of monotony coming out of the right-handed batter's box, something that any strategist on the baseball field will tell you, as Ashlyn Roberts, the left-hander, looks to navigate her way out of what has been not necessarily the inning she might have desired. There's a big hack there to be fouled back for 1-1 by Conway.
Yeah, no, Roberts obviously hasn't started many games this year, so I imagine that for this outing she would have wanted to come out a little bit stronger. But there's a lot of game left to be played. Only given up 2 runs so far in his first inning, but she has plenty of time to bounce back and start here.
That one will fall low for 2-1. Roberts did a good job earlier against Kiki Thole of attacking that strike zone, something she probably wants to keep up, albeit it didn't end in her favor as Thole was able to push one right into the hands of second baseman Colette Allen. That one will fall for 2-2.
That one went near the bounce house we have over here. See some kids playing in it. Hopefully, maybe one of them will go out and take that softball home.
The 2-2 pitch. That one will fall in for a ball. Another great eye take. These Wolverines have been oh so disciplined early on in this game, 3-2. Conway, the Olivehurst, California native, looking to chip in the 3rd, 4th, and who knows, maybe even more runs of this first inning. Roberts on the other end, not so much. The 3-2, that one chopped away up and out of the stadium behind home plate.
Yeah, we got quite a battle here between Conway and Roberts. Conway's not going down without a fight, and Roberts is, again, really trying to dig her team out of this hole.
The 3-2, that one will go into left field, and it'll fall before a catch can be made. Runners go as As Lily Valamont will slide into third base, and Janissa Conway will have herself a double after a multi-pitch at bat. As things are going from bad to worse for Ashlyn Roberts. 3-0 for the Wolverines. That was Maddie Erickson who trotted all the way from third base to home without having to break much of a sweat. An excellent hit down the left field line by Janissa Conway, just out of the grasp of left fielder for the Spartans, Janae Wash.
Yeah, if that ball had a few more feet on it, it would have been out of here. We saw 3 Wolverines score. But all we can consider, that's pretty solid defense by the Spartans, getting that ball back, stopping 2 runners.
Ella Stevenson will step in, the right-hander. She'll take one high and inside, 1-0.
Still only 1 out for this Wolverines offense. With runners at second and third, there's a lot more opportunity to extend this already pretty hefty lead in the bottom of the first.
That one will be slapped up the middle, and another 2 runs will score. Lily Valamont will take one in, followed right up by Janissa Conway, and the Wolverines have broken this one open 5-0 early on, still in this game, the bottom of the first. It'll be a single right up the middle for Ella Stevenson, and still the Spartans will search for their first out. Ashlyn Roberts needing to seek an answer. The bases not even clearing themselves.
Yeah, this has definitely not been ideal for Ashlyn Roberts. I wonder if Michigan State will make the pitching change, and it looks like they will. I'm not sure.
Ashlyn Roberts will at least get a little bit of a talking to, per se, from the pitching coach. We'll have to see if a change is made. Perhaps it'll be so. No relief coming for the Spartan left-hander, though, if she decides to be able to stay into the game, as indeed a pitching change will be made for the Spartans as we identify who steps into the circle here. Not much of a break coming their way, though, as Ella Stevenson records a single right up the middle. No on first base. Ella Stevenson is followed up by the red-hot Ava Costales. So not much relief here, even in the bottom of the order for the Spartans, as the Wolverines look to keep padding the stats.
So not much to say other than just pure dominance by the Wolverines early. They had a pretty, they had really good top of the inning for pitching. 3 quick outs plus 1 walk, and then it's been everything's running super smoothly on offense here. Still only 1 out with a runner on first, and they lead 5-0. It'll be interesting to see how the Spartans respond and see if they can try to limp into the second inning here.
The pitcher coming in for the Spartans is number 13 in white and green pinstripes, Madison Taylor, seeking to get the Spartans actually still their second out, I should say, of the game. First out coming on a Kiki Thole hit over to second base. That one still scored a run nevertheless, as in the bottom of the first here, we have 1 on, 1 out, and a 5-0 run for you Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, Madison Taylor in the circle now for the Spartans. Another left-handed pitcher. I'm sure that Ava Costales was not the first person she wanted to see today.
As Costales takes one high, that's 1-1. The Spartans going to have to come up with a little bit of magic of their own on the base paths if they want to see a comeback in this game. Costales out in front of one right there for 1-2, a swing and a miss.
Yeah, you could tell she wanted that one. She's getting a little talking to from Bonnie Thole there. Probably should let that one go.
Fourth pitch of the at-bat. That one will be sent right back up the middle. An opportunity to turn 2 here, no good. A fielder's choice Ava Costales will remain safe at first, but not before the Spartans can get the out at second. That was Ella Stevenson who wasn't able to dig it out. A tough play, nevertheless. That hit by Costales went right back up the middle to Anna Fox, who was in perfect position to turn it over to second baseman Colette Allen. Yeah, still one out to give here for the Wolverines, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That looked like that could have been a double play for the Spartans. Britton Bushiers, pardon me, she couldn't hold on to that ball. Something said about a potential double play.
That one fouled away down the left field line. 0-1. Ella McVeigh, the shortstop for the Wolverines here. Left-handed batter stepping into the box. Looking to see if the Wolverines could perhaps even bat around in this first inning. How often do you get to say that?
Not very.
Ooh. As McVeigh looking for the slap hit, will foul another off. 0-2. So Costales at first base. Ella McVeigh in the left-handed batter's box. 0-2, 2 outs. As Madison Taylor looks to escape this inning here unscathed. That one will be poked right over to the first base line as the first baseman will step on it, and that'll be an out. Britton Bushiers making the play as the Spartans eventually escape the bottom of this first inning, but not before your Wolverines log 5 hits, 5 runs, and a whole lot of base running magic, courtesy of the entire lineup.
Yeah, I mean, feels redundant to say, but that was just not a great showing for Allison Roberts there in terms of pitching. Just felt like she could not get those. She could not put those balls where she wanted them to go. She wanted them to be. Yeah, the Michigan Wolverines just capitalized, which is pretty different from how their last few games have gone against Iowa. I think they had 3 come-from-behind wins to sweep that series. It's been pretty night and day here against this Spartan squad.
Exactly right, James. The Wolverines picking up where they left off this time. Actually, exactly a week ago, I believe it was April 9th, when the last 2 teams, Michigan State and Michigan, encountered one another. Of course, the Wolverines winning 11-5 on the back of Kiki Thole hitting 3 home runs in a game, in that game alone, I should say. Home runs not necessarily the name of the game of this contest so far. The Wolverines have been exceptional at getting runners on base and making the Spartans pay. As Janae Wash, the left fielder, steps in to the right-handed batter's box for the Spartans. Wash, a senior here with the Spartans. Slaps one down the right field line. That one will fall right into the hands, though, of Ella Stevenson. 1 pitch, 1 out for the Wolverines. Just as easy as that. As Maddie Erickson will deliver a little bit of a high five to pitcher Erin Hain, as she looks to deliver to the shortstop, Anna Fox. Fox, the lefty, looks for the slap hit, decides to hold off. It'll be 1-0.
Yeah, so far the difference between this Spartan batting lineup and the Wolverines has been pretty night and day.
The second pitch, that one will be notched up into the air to shortstop Ella McVeigh. So 3 pitches, 2 outs, and the Wolverines are right back at the chance to find themselves batting yet again. The delivery, that one will fall low. It's a 1-0. Colette Allen, the second baseman, she's had a lot of work thus far for the Spartans early on here in what was a momentous bottom of the first inning. Looks to get something started here with 2 outs for the Spartans. That one will fall low and outside. It's another ball. That one popped up high. It'll go the way of Ella McVeigh yet again. She'll get under it. And just like that, a 1-2-3 inning for Erin Hain. It comes that easy. And the Wolverines will look to do yet more damage in the bottom of the second inning, up 5-0. No runs, no hits, no errors on the end of this top half of the second. James, it was a bit of a quick flyer. What did you see out of Erin Hain that really allowed her to be dominant in this inning?
Well, you can tell she looks really cool and composed out there. She's not getting nervous, and I can't imagine why she would be. Yeah, she's just really, she's putting the ball where it needs to go, and she's forcing some bad hits by the Spartans. Some unfortunate contacts. So all the balls are just going high, and the infield's able to get right under them. So far, excellent. Only mistake by Erin Hain so far today was a one walk in the first inning, but other than that, pretty seamless performance from the Wolverine, from both the offense and the defense so far this evening.
That's right, James. Hain being able to get it done in a number of ways early on today. Of course, closed out the first inning with a 4-pitch strikeout on 3 consecutive whiffs to end the bottom of the first. Then here in the top of the first, I should say. Then here in the top of the second, getting minimal contact out of the Spartan batters, all leading to plays, easy plays, I should say. The first was a fly out. Then I actually should say two straight flyouts. Here I am, a history major, not remembering my history at the plate. The first flyout, of course, coming to Ella Stevenson in right field for the Wolverines. Then Ella McVeigh at shortstop getting her fair share of work, as Ellie Sealer in her second at-bat in as number of innings here at the bottom of the second. She'll receive from Madison Taylor, 1-0.
Yeah, depending how this inning goes, we might see the entire Wolverines batting lineup twice before we see the Spartans once.
That's definitely in play. Not necessarily how you draw it up if you're the Spartans, as a slap there will go right to Anna Fox, the shortstop for the Spartans, and that'll be one away pretty quick.
We can tell Indiana Langford
will step into the box, the left-handed hitter.
Yeah, we can tell. We can hear that iconic Indiana Jones music ring through the ballpark.
The Spartans electing to move in here on their defense, looking for a potential slap hit. That one will be sent right back into the hands of Anna Fox. 1 pitch, 1 out. You know, they call third base the hot corner, but Anna Fox had to be on her toes there at shortstop, as Madison Taylor has settled in and gotten herself 2 outs here in the bottom of this second inning quite quickly, as Maddie Erickson, the third base sophomore, will step into the right-handed batter's box. She'll take a hack down the left field line. Chasing after it is left fielder Janae Wash. A diving attempt won't get her there. It'll be 0-1.
Yeah, a lot of effort on that play from the left outfielder. Couldn't quite get it done, but so far Madison Taylor's been a pretty solid pitcher. Pretty solid pitches so far. The bottom of the second, top of the third. Excuse me.
That pitch will fall in just low for a ball. Maddie Erickson looking to do some damage here with 2 outs. No on. No hits thus far for the Wolverines in this bottom half of the second inning, as it's still a 5-0 lead, though. The Spartans with some work to do if they can get out of this inning unscathed. Erickson trying to answer what was already a stellar first inning for the Wolverines, as she'll send a dribbler down the left field line. It'll bounce up over the third base bag, as third baseman Mick Anthony can only stare in disbelief. She was attempting to make the play along the left field line. What looked to be an easy out takes a hop, a bump, and a skip, and now turns into 1 on with 2 outs here as Kiki Thole comes to the plate for the Wolverines. So Maddie Erickson gets herself on base with what was a little bit of an interesting play there as that ball falls in for 1-0 to Kiki Thole. So before that little snafu, Madison Taylor had been pitching excellently in this bottom second half of the inning, as that one will get away, and Maddie Erickson will take off with ease. Madison Taylor, a little bit of a low ball there, unable to be corralled by catcher Hannah Hawley of the Spartans, and now Kiki Thole has herself a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, after a pretty good start to this, the bottom of the second inning, it's just kind of gotten away from the Spartans. Still have a chance to get out scot-free, but we'll see.
That one will just duck out for 3-0. Kiki Thole now with the green light if she ever didn't have one. Madison Taylor struggling to find her location after what had been a very rapid 2 outs. That one will be a quick walk in 4 pitches. And now what looked to be a clean inning has turned into 2 out with 2 on with 2 out. As catcher Lily Valamont will step into the box.
Yeah, certainly not how Spartans wanted this to go, especially after those first few pitches where they were able to get 2 really fast outs. Now they've got 2 runners on and Valamont behind home plate.
Valamont gets out in front of that one, a swing and a miss. It looked like a pitch that had some promise. Valamont unable to connect.
Valamont's got to be careful here.
That one will fall high. 1-1. Maddie Erickson at second. Kiki Thole at first. Lily Valamont to take her third pitch. She'll take that one for a ball. 2-1. Wolverines up 5-0, looking to add even more here in the bottom of this second inning, as the Spartans look to stem the bleeding.
Yeah, certainly has not been great so far for the Spartans, but they are still able to get out of this inning scot-free.
Valamont thinks about that one. Not even a check swing per se. Doesn't finish through the ball. Holds back. It'll be 2-2. Wolverines down to their last strike of the inning, as Madison Taylor certainly wants to see if she can escape this one pain-free. A swing and a miss. A quick whiff and danger turned away by Madison Taylor. What initially looked to be a very clean inning, 2 quick outs, turned into 2 on and 2 outs for the Spartans. Nevertheless, here with a little huddle down the left field line, the Michigan State looking to see if they can recapture some of the momentum their way as we head into the top of the 3rd inning. The Wolverines with no runs, 1 hit, no error. Right. A 5-0 lead.
Right. Not super ideal there for Lily Valamont. You'd have hoped to see her at least to get, I guess, a little base hit, get the bases loaded, but starting with 2 outs, 2 quick outs, didn't go as bad as for the Wolverines as it could have. But yeah, excited to see Erin Hain step back into the circle, see if the Spartans can get anything going on offense, or if there'll be another 3 quick outs as we enter the top of the 3rd.
James, just as you mentioned, and Erin Hain really found some success in the top of that 2nd inning, generating kind of some low-quality contact opportunities from the Spartans. What does she need to do to keep up that level of play and allow the Wolverines to get back into the batter's box sooner rather than later?
Honestly, I think she's just got to keep doing what she's doing. She's making the Spartans really think before they hit. She's get a lot of strikes are going by them. There's been quite a few swings and misses, and then when there is contact, the ball is placed in such a way that it's just popped up and caught super quickly by the infield. Yeah, so honestly, if they can just she can just kind of keep up what she's been doing, I think Wolverines might be able to bat again pretty quick.
That first one will fall in for a ball for Mick Anthony. The three batters for the Spartans will be Mick Anthony, Alexis Ross, and Hannah Hawley as they finally see the top half of their lineup again here in the top of the third. That much is assured. As that one right down Broadway, it'll be 1-1. A great pitch by Hain as Anthony holds off. The 1-1. That one falls high. 2-1.
I think something super interesting, like the difference between these two teams is Michigan State has a lot of upperclassmen.
A seasoned team here, a little bit of an awkward play. Nevertheless, it'll result in an out as the hit down to second base is recovered by Indiana Langford. Not before Kiki Thole trotted out to see if she could play it herself. A little bit of a miscommunicado ends in a laugh nevertheless as the Wolverines find their first out in the top half of this third inning.
Right, that was Indiana Langford, the sophomore. We got a very young Wolverines team here versus a very, yes, like you said, seasoned Michigan State team.
An attempted slap hit will fall in for a ball by Alexis Ross. I want to go back to something you said, James, very worthy to be mindful of. It's a young Wolverines team here. A lot of freshmen and sophomores dominate the lineup as a slap hit by Ross. That'll be collected cleanly by Indiana Langford, delivered to Kiki Thole. And just like that, it's 2 outs, no on. And Aaron Hain is setting up to have yet another successful half inning here.
Yeah, Kiki
Hannah
Thole.
Hawley, though, looking to do something about that. Hitting over 300 on the year, one of the more contact-oriented hitters for the Spartans here. That one will fall in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Kiki Thole and Indiana Langford were laughing about that one. That ball was not placed great by Langford. Kiki Thole kind of had to reach across her body to catch it. Could have been a slight issue, but she made it work, and they were laughing it off.
1-1. That's the team chemistry that matters for a young team like this, right, James?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, you can tell they're having fun out there, and and these girls have been playing with each other for a long time.
That one clips the corner. It's 1-2 on Hannah Hawley. Down to the last strike of the half inning for the Spartans. Aaron Hain turning in a good one thus far for the Wolverines, as that one will go far right out of the hands of Ella Stevenson. The play was there to be made. Deep into right field, it looked like it had warning track power. It bobbles in and out of the hands of Stevenson, the mitt, I should say. And it's a solo shot for the dangerous Hannah Hawley as the Spartans have their first run of the game.
Yeah, unfortunate mistake there by the freshman. Yeah, that ball was in her mitt, and it just bounced out and then went over the wall. That's, yeah, Michigan, the Wolverines could be up to bat right now, but could have been another three quick outs. But Sparty kind of got lucky there with that fielder's error.
As that one now will be slapped into the gap. Rounding first base is Sydney Dolazecki. She decides to hold up, though, and now the Spartans see a sign of life. Ella Stevenson, normally a strong defender out there in right field. It's one of those snafus that you never like to see happen. We'll have to see. It looked to be graded as a hit and not an error, courtesy, of course, of the ball making contact with the player. As that one, the Macy Lee, the junior designated player, will be a strike. It's 0-1. Aaron Hain looking to escape this first inning with a slow off-speed pitch. An excellent throw by Aaron Hain gets Lee to swing. It's 0-2 with 2 outs. 2 outs, 1 on, that one being Sydney Dolazecki, the right fielder. As that one's a check swing, a no-go. Receives a negative ovation from the fans here at Alumni Field, Carol Hutchins Stadium. But Macy Lee will live to bat another day. The 1-2, that one fouled off behind home plate. And we'll stick at 1-2 and 2 outs as Aaron Hain looks to close out this top of the third inning. 5-1 your score. The Wolverines lead over Michigan State, courtesy of a home run by Hannah Hawley. That's her 11th of the season. That one will be chopped right over for an easy play, caught by Kiki Thole. A routine throw by Ella McVeigh finds its way to Thole, and Hain will escape. Only 1 run, 2 hits allowed. The Wolverines still hold a comfortable 5-1 lead, but anything can happen here in college softball as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Right, absolutely. The Wolverines kind of sat in a similar spot this weekend in the first of their 3-game series against Iowa. Yeah, they were down 5-0 for a while, then 5-1. And then they just had a monster, I think it was 5th inning, scored 7 runs and won that ball game. So Sparty's definitely not out of this one yet.
I'm glad you picked up on what I was putting down, James. Of course, the Wolverines earlier this weekend, as you mentioned, it had a 5-run deficit going into the 6th inning. Something that is normally quite the doozy to get out of. The Spartans, of course, very much still in this game, only down 4 runs with much to play here in the bottom of the 3rd. It starts, though, here in the circle, courtesy of pitcher Madison Taylor.
The scoreboard right now, we have Ella McVeigh naming as many states as she can. 15 seconds left. She's looking real good.
It is looking real good. I have to say, I don't know if I could do this as successfully as she could, or is.
I'm not sure of her strategy. Definitely not alphabetical. She's kind of bouncing around all over the place.
I think it's working all the same. How would you go about that, James? Are you going alphabetical, or are you going by region?
I think I'm starting with Michigan and naming as many adjacent states as I can, and then going just like kind of, and then at that point, I'd probably get nervous and start just ripping off as many as I could. I wonder how many I could get in 30 seconds. Probably close to 30. Probably not all 50.
It didn't look like they showed a final score on the scoreboard, so we're left to be wondering of how that game went. Nevertheless, we'll see how this one goes as Janissa Conway steps into the left-handed batter's box. 26 RBIs on the season for Conway. An excellent start for the freshman center fielder, as that one will be slapped down to the second baseman and turned for a routine play. The Spartans, that's Colette Allen making the play with ease over to Britton Bushiers.
Yeah, Spartans definitely finding their footing now, both on offense and on defense. Yeah, Madison Taylor's been pitching pretty solidly for the past 2 innings. Has not given up a run yet.
Ella Stevenson now the right fielder with 1 out and none on. The delivery by Taylor, that one will go high. It's 1-0. Taylor sitting at 25 pitches through 2 innings. Has really been finding some success here after coming in relief for Ashlyn Roberts. The 1-0 swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Ella Stevenson battling in the count here with Madison Taylor. Madison Taylor, a lefty, not having any struggles with what's been a pretty balanced lineup for the Wolverines, as the 2-1 will get sent right back over to shortstop Anna Fox and delivered to first base Britton Bushiers. That's 2 outs and just as many batters, as Madison Taylor indeed has settled in here. As we start to see the lights turn on and it get to be a little bit darker for this Ann Arbor night. Dusk turned to night. When does it start to be dusk? Whoever knows.
Sure, it's definitely a beautiful night for softball, though. Got a pretty packed ballpark here.
Ava Costales out in front of that one. It's 0-1. Costales, the red-hot hitter, as we've mentioned early on tonight, has looked to be aggressive at the plate, something you always want to see out of a hot hitter, but it just seems like the ball's getting a little too big for her right now, as that one will land high.
Yeah, that first one she swung at looked real low. Not sure if she misread it or just went out there and said, I'm swinging at the first one I see. But that's pretty low ball.
That one will be chopped right over to shortstop Anna Fox. The delivery again for the 3rd out. Ava Costales staying aggressive, of course, not wanting to see an out on the base paths, but nevertheless, something that any coach will tell you, if you're a hot hitter, you should swing. Casella is not necessarily finding that level of success early on today, or in that at bat, I should say.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking about is with 2 outs and no runners on, I wonder if she went out there and just thought, well, I'm gonna hit a home run, or I'm just gonna go out.
Never a bad thing to hit a home run. I'm sure Ava Costales wouldn't disagree with you there. Of course, 5 home runs on the year, 21 RBIs. Costales has certainly contributed her fair share. Still early in this Big Ten season, though. As we look ahead, we'll see what the Wolverines have on tap after this midweek matchup against Michigan State. We stick in Ann Arbor here. Of course, WCBN Sports will have that for you as we head to the top of the 4th inning here. Nebraska comes to town, the Cornhuskers, this weekend before a little bit of a quick trip over to the local Rochester, Michigan to play Oakland in an away game before rounding out April in State College, Pennsylvania against Penn State, as the Wolverines look to keep their success rolling in Big Ten play and beyond.
Yeah, you really want to see this Wolverines team finish out the season strong. Seeing it second in the Big Ten with their only losses coming from #1 ranked Northwestern, who's an excellent team.
Northwestern is certainly an excellent team, receiving votes in the top 25 for the NCAA, as it's Britton Bashir's, Janae Walsh, Anna Fox will be your next 3 up for Michigan State in the batter's box as they look to keep clawing back from this 5-1 deficit they've found themselves in. Aaron Hain will stick out there for the 4th inning. Only 2 hits and 1 earned run allowed. Hain, as we've mentioned, getting it done in a number of ways here today. Only 1 strikeout to her name thus far. Nevertheless, generating whiffs, generating only minor contact out of the Spartans outside of a 1 at-bat to Hannah Hawley, the Spartan who lofted one into right field. A potential play was there for Ella Stevenson, of course, not able to corral it off the mitt, and it lands for a home run. Nevertheless, Hain, confidence hopefully unshaken, can continue to pitch well here for the Wolverines.
Right, absolutely. She's been having a great day so far. Like you said, the 1 run by a little awkward contact out there in the right field by Ella Stevenson. The Spartans, their defense has come alive. We'll see how their bats are doing now at the top of the 4th inning.
Britton Bashirs takes the first one high. It's 1-0. Bashirs 11 home runs to her name. Now, what was once first overall on the team has matched Hannah Hawley's as that one goes right by. Aaron Hain throws a nice little strike there for 1-1.
Yeah, you can tell she wanted that one. She swung at it pretty hard. Looked like potential for some pretty good contact. Just missed it.
The 1-1. Chopped high and foul. 1-2.
Yeah, Bashirs is definitely coming out a little bit aggressive. You can see 2 big swings so far.
The delivery there tipped foul. Unable to be corralled by catcher Lily Valimont, and will stick at 1-2.
Bashirs is 0-1 on the day. She bats a 2.67. See what she can do here.
Another foul tipped, 1-2 still. Aaron Hain turning in what looks to be one of her best performances on the season thus far. Of course, has had some really strong ones throughout the year. Nevertheless, always happy to tack on more innings and less runs as we hit into the 4th with only 1 run allowed. Yet another foul ball. We'll see if Valimont can chase that one down. Just out of play. 1-2 we stay.
All right, this is quite the battle between these two. Yeah, Bashirs just keeps on swinging. She's making contact. It's just ball's not quite going the right way.
Bashir is only a sophomore, nevertheless exhibiting some really strong patience here, dueling against Hain. That one will land just high. 2-2. Erin Hain herself, just a freshman, turning in what has been a very strong season for such a young player in collegiate athletics, as that one will be sent over into the hands, or mitt, I should say, of Ella Stevenson. She tracks that one down. It looked like it could have fallen into the gap. Nevertheless, the speedy Stevenson's there, and it's 1 out.
Yeah, it's a good play for Stevenson to make. Definitely a little confidence booster after she let that home run get away from her previous inning.
Janae Wash will attempt to send one down the left field line, but not before a diving catch is made by Maddie Erickson. Hot corner indeed. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, that's a great play for Maddie Erickson. She did not know which way that ball was going, and she was able to quickly react to get a snag on it, and the crowd loved it.
Erin Hain with a quick thank you to her third baseman, as Anna Fox will step in. 0-1, I should say. The attempted slap hit by Fox falls in for a strike, as we'll see if Hain can escape unscathed from this inning. The 0-1. That one in for a strike as well. It's 0-2.
Yeah, Fox is looking for another slap hit there. That ball was just right in the box and unable to make contact.
Slap hit attempt yet again. That one will fall outside, though. It's 1-2. No on 2 outs. 1-2 here for Anna Fox as she battles against pitcher Erin Hain of the Wolverines. The 1-2. That one falls high yet again. It's 2-2.
Spartan needs to make some magic happen to get anything out of this inning. Hope to see them do a little bit better.
A chopper there falls into the hands of Ella McVeigh, but a play unable to be made over to Kiki Thole. McVeigh will hold on to it, and it'll be a hit for the Spartans. So 1 on, 2 out, as Colette Allen will step into the box. The senior with a .209 average on the season will look to see if the Spartans can keep clawing out of this 4-run deficit the Wolverines notched early on. That one right down the middle for 0-1.
Right, Spartans keep making some stuff happen, but it feels like it happens a little bit too late in each inning. Usually wait until there's about 2 outs to make good contact.
That one tipped foul, 0-2. I couldn't help but agree, James. Of course, the Spartans are happy to take runs and hits whenever they can get them, but always easier when they come earlier on in the inning. 2 outs here, not much room for error, as that one will be floated over to Ella Stevenson. Sure-handed, she'll catch that one right into the mitt, see it in, and that'll be 3 outs for the Wolverines.
Yeah, that was honestly 3 great plays by the Wolverines. 2 in the outfield by Ella Stevenson, and then 1 on third base by Maddie Erickson. Yeah, just tremendous effort from the Wolverines there. Letting the 1 runner on first base didn't matter at the end of the day when they can just make those plays, get those outs, and escape the inning. No runs, still leading by 4 entering the bottom of the 4th.
Maddie Erickson and Ella Stevenson flashing the leather, making some big plays here for the Wolverines to keep this lead at arm's length. 5-1 here. It was 1 hit, no runs, no errors for Michigan State batting, as now we head into the bottom of the 4th inning. Madison Taylor looking to keep turning in what's been a nice outing for her, coming in relief for Ashlyn Roberts. The Wolverines, of course, grabbing 5 runs early on in the first against Roberts. Not before now being held to a little bit of a quieter stat line by Madison Taylor. Right,
absolutely. Yeah, Madison Taylor has come in, allowed less runs certainly, but still has some work to do. The Wolverines are still getting a fair few hits. We just saw a pretty electric trike race out here in between the top and bottom of this inning. There was some foul play though, as one of the bikers fell off of their tricycle and ran it in to the finish line.
We'll have to see if we can get the umpires out here for that to adjudicate on that one. How about that, James?
Yeah, it's always good to see some justice served in these sporting events.
Speaking of serving justice, Ella McVeigh, after having more than her fair share of plays at shortstop here tonight, will look to see if she can help kickstart, or continue to kickstart, I should say, this Wolverines offense. 2 scoreless innings, but they only preceded a 5-run first. McVeigh 1-0 on the day. Still, though, not dropping what is a .310 excellent average. The contact hitter in McVeigh, again, a junior, part of this younger crop of Michigan players as they look to continue their success.
0-1 on the day. We'll see what happens here.
That one will skip over catcher Hannah Hawley. It'll be 1-0.
Yeah, Spartans got lucky there. That was the first pitch. That kind of mistake could see a runner advance to second or even third.
McVeigh looking for the slap hit, sends one over to shortstop Anna Fox. Fox unable to field it cleanly, and Ella McVeigh will find herself on first base with Ellie Sealer coming up to the plate.
Yeah, it looks like Fox maybe could have thrown her out there, but the ball just kind of slipped out of her hand as she got ready to throw it. And
with the ever dangerous slap hitter Ella McVeigh is, by the time you've bobbled that ball, she might be already at first base.
Right, absolutely. She's definitely one of the quicker base runners on this team.
That one will fall low, but corralled in time by Hannah Hawley. Madison Taylor has had a nice day thus far. These first couple of pitches missing a little low, though. Something McVeigh is more than certainly interested in capitalizing on should the opportunity arise. The 1-0. That one laid down, but not before dribbling foul. Ellie Sealer looking to make Madison Taylor's day a little bit harder there. Nevertheless, it won't come to pass. It's 1-1 after the foul ball.
Right, you can tell Ella McVeigh is getting real excited to run these bases. On the past 2 pitches now, she's been leading off pretty heavily.
That one will fall in for a strike. It's 1-2. Ella McVeigh only 1 for 1 on steals and attempts this year. Nevertheless, she's still an excellent runner around these base paths. The junior, seasoned, understanding when to run, when to go, when to stay, all important things for a younger Wolverines team. So the 1-2 falls high. It's 2-2.
Right, no outs right now for the Wolverines. Yeah, you really want Madison Taylor here to get out of this inning and give the Spartans another chance behind home plate. Race this 4-run deficit.
The 2-2, that one will go up to shortstop Anna Fox, but the play will only be made at second base. Fox drops it off to Colette Allen. Allen unable to make the play at first, sending it over to Britton Bashirs. It'll be a fielder's choice. 1 out and 1 on still for the Wolverines.
Right. Now with Indiana Langford up to bat, we're getting close to the kind of the power hitting of this Wolverines lineup. See what they can do.
Langford with the slap hit. That one will seemingly not drop into left field. An excellent play made by left fielder Janae Wash. Wash tries to send it back over to first base. Britton Bashir is unable to corral it. Had a play. Nevertheless, it wouldn't go. As the inability to corral the ball by Bashirs will actually advance the runner all the way to third. And now with 2 outs, the Wolverines still have Sealer in scoring position.
Ellie Sealer advanced all the way from first to third there. The Spartans were looking for a double play, and Bushers could not haul in the ball. And as she was running to second, she seemingly just walked to third. I'm not 100% certain what happened.
Really, Maddie Erickson, who receives the first strike of the at-bat, 0-1. So it's graded here as Langford flying out to left field. We already knew that. Then Sealer advancing to second on a throwing error by left field. Nevertheless, Sealer sits at third. As the 0-1 comes in, that one just high. It's 1-1 for Maddie Erickson.
All right, Maddie Erickson is nothing to scoff at as a hitter. She leads the team in RBIs with 32. She also has 8 home runs in the season. If she can get a pretty solid base hit here, advance the Wolverines lead to 5, excuse me.
That one corralled by catcher Hannah Hawley. It was a little low. It's 2-1. Erickson looking to do a little bit of damage here. A runner on third and Ellie Sealer. Always dangerous, as you mentioned, though, James. Maddie Erickson can change the tide of a game with one swing. As that one will be chopped foul down the left field line. It's 2-2.
Right, definitely, Maddie Erickson definitely a phenomenal hitter. She bats at 369 and she's 1 for 1 on the day. See what she can do here with the 2-2 count.
The 2-2. That one will fall low, corralled by Hawley again. It's 3-2. 3-2, 2 outs. Ellie Sealer at third. The Wolverines here with Maddie Erickson in the right-handed batter's box.
Yeah, I'd be hesitant to walk Maddie Erickson here with Kiki Thole coming up next. Could definitely prove to be a little bit of a problem for the Spartans.
The payoff pitch swung on and missed. Maddie Erickson, tipped foul, excuse me. I got ahead of myself there.
It's fair
Excellent
enough.
play by Maddie Erickson to tip that one off and stay alive.
Yeah, she barely got a piece of that one. Got pretty fortunate there.
That one swung on and missed by Erickson. Unable to tip that one foul this time. That's the third out of the inning, and the Wolverines unable to capitalize on an advancing runner and Sealer to third, and we'll stick at 5-1.
Yeah, that was pretty big for Madison Taylor with Ellie Sealer on third and Kiki Thole coming up next. It was just, yeah, absolutely vital out there. And Michigan State, they capitalize and they stay in this game for sure. See what they can do at the top of the fifth.
At top of the fifth, headed off by Mick Anthony, Alexis Ross, and Hannah Hawley. Of course, this was the exact same lineup that did a little bit of damage to pitcher Aaron Hain earlier on in the top of the third inning. Hawley notching her 11th home run of the season. And a little bit of noise being made by the rest of the Spartan lineup. There's, of course, Sydney Dalazecki notching a single into the gap. It looked like it could have been a double. It was into the left field gap, nevertheless corralled quickly by center fielder Janissa Conway to hold Dalazecki at first and allow Aaron Hain to navigate out of what was looking to be a tough situation. Nevertheless, though, Hain navigated it, and here we find ourselves up 5-1, the Michigan Wolverines leading over your Michigan State Spartans in the top of this fifth inning.
Right, absolutely. Aaron Hain has been having a phenomenal evening, and let's hope that she can keep it up for the next 3 innings. With Mick Anthony up to bat for the Spartans, junior. See if they can make some magic happen. Anthony is 0-1 on the day.
The 0-0 swung on and missed by Mick Anthony. It's 0-1.
Mick Anthony, no home runs on the season. Bats out at a 2-1-1. Good start early for Aaron Hain as that pitch is dead center, 0-2.
The 0-2 falls high. It's 1-2. The Spartans here not really going to get much relief facing Illinois and then Rutgers in their next 2 Big Ten Conference matchups. A win over Michigan here would be helpful in perhaps righting the ship on what's been a difficult 15-25 season, as that one's lofted into a shallow center field. The running and diving and catching made by Janissa Conway for the second out of the inning. Conway a little slow to get up there.
Yeah, it's definitely slow to get up, but we could see she had a smile on her face. She was it's a pretty big play for the Wolverines. He had about every outfielder running for it. About 4 total Wolverines running for that ball, and Janice Conway makes a nice grab.
Conway looks like she just hit the stanky leg. I'm not sure if what I saw was what you saw. Had a little bit of too much fun with it there, maybe.
No, I also saw the stanky leg right in front of the block M out in the center field.
Conway receives about as brief of a check-in from the trainer as you can get. Good to see Janissa Conway staying strong after what was an excellent track down of that ball in shallow center field. As it's been 2 quick outs here for Erin Hain, she's turning in what has been a great outing thus far in the top of the 5th. 4 2/3 innings pitched for Hain, only 3 hits, 1 earned run.
Alexis Ross looking for a slap hit. She looks for another one. She gets to first base on it.
Alexis Ross placing the ball about as perfectly as it could be. Catcher Lily Valamont thought it would go foul, stood over it for just a brief second, but not before Ross could cross that first base path and find herself safe. As Hannah Hawley will come up to the plate.
Yeah, Donald Brown, our umpires, talking to Bonnie Thole there. Seems like she was a little bit confused about what happened. Thought that ball might have been foul, but like you said, it hit in a perfect spot. Oh, actually, I lied. Alexis Ross is hitting again. That was called foul. What initially looked like a base hit by a slap hit turned into a first base hit was called back.
It looked clean from this angle, but there's a reason the umpires don't sit up here. As a slap hit attempt will not be able to be pulled back by Alexis Ross, and a base hit turns into a strikeout for what has been a great day for Erin Hain. No on, 2 outs as she faces Hannah Hawley.
That was a tough 2 outs for the Spartans there. Like an excellent play in the outfield, and then what they seemingly thought was a base hit turned into a strikeout, like you said. Just kind of brutal start to this inning.
Hannah Hawley 1 for 1. The batter finding the most success today against Erin Hain. Hain, of course, opened up with a walk to Hawley before allowing the home run and lone run for the Spartans of this game. 1-1 here for Hawley as Hain delivers. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Hain went around, Hawley went around after the delivery by Hain. Home plate umpire Don Brown didn't even need to check any of his linesmen. The 1-2. That one slapped right back up the middle. A little bit of a bobble there, and no throw will go through by shortstop Ella McVeigh. McVeigh unable to corral what was a hot hit courtesy of the powerful Hawley. And we'll have 1 on and 2 outs. Exactly what you were talking about, James, though. The Spartans, when they do end up finding a little bit of success today, it seems like it's coming in the back half of these innings. 2 outs, 1 on. They just wish they probably had a little more breathing room.
Right, absolutely. And Ella McVeigh has been having definitely not a bad evening, but we've seen a couple missteps by her lead to runners advancing. Like that one, if she could have just gotten a more solid hand on it, she could have thrown that runner out. Wolverines could be up to bat right now.
Sydney Dolazecki takes her first strike of the at-bat. It's 1-1. Dolazecki 1-2 on the day. Had a single that could have been a double earlier on, but nevertheless a good play by who other than Janissa Conway, excuse me.
Dolazecki gets a piece of that one. It's called foul. Goes behind her. Count is 1-2.
1 on, 2 outs. 1-2 here for Dolazecki. The delivery. That one's chipped just foul. And it'll stay at 1-2.
Yeah, Dolazecki is 1-2 on the day, batting at a 245, looking to give the Spartans some life here.
The 1-2. That one will be a strikeout looking. Dalazeki head up over the plate, but not before she can see it whiz right by her. As Aaron Hain notches what's been a great day thus far, a strikeout to end it as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, absolutely. This mazed out crowd is loving it. Yeah, just three real tough breaks there for the Spartans. Could not get anything going, and their chances of erasing this 5-1 deficit are looking slimmer every inning. Oh, and now we have some kids running the bases for Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan.
We'll see Kiki Thole, Lily Valamont, and Janissa Conway up to the plate in this bottom half inning, as the Spartans are going to need to look to see another 0 put up on that board if they want a chance of sticking in it. Crazier things have happened, of course, but with only 2 chances left up at the plate, much has been left to desired for the Spartans offense thus far, as the first inning is all the Wolverines have needed to begin with 5 runs early on.
Right, absolutely. The Spartan defense actually has not been playing poorly outside of that first inning. They let up 5 runs, and they've been no runs ever since. But yeah, their offense is just struggling to kind of match their defense down the stretch here. We'll see if they can, like you said, put up another 0 and hopefully get their bats to come alive in the top of the 6th. But right now we're sitting at the bottom of the 5th with Kiki Thole up to bat.
Kiki Thole will step in. The Spartans, of course, don't want to see this one get away, although it's happening rapidly so. 2-11 in conference play for Michigan State, something they're looking to right sooner rather than later, as that one will fall just too low. It'll be 0-1 for Thole.
It seems like Hannah Hawley's had some issues holding onto the ball as they come in from the circle, but hasn't amounted to anything too negative yet.
That one will be slapped down the left field line, recovered by the third baseman, and that one will land just in for an out. Kiki Thole attempting to dig that one out, but not before the hard throw of Mick Anthony.
Yeah.
For 1 out.
Yeah, great there for great play there by both Anthony and Bashirs. Just looked like Anthony kind of lost the ball there for a minute, but she stayed composed and was able to throw Kiki Thole out at first.
Lily Valamont now will take that one for a strike. It's 0-1.
Lily Valamont is the first of 4 freshmen in a row in this batting lineup. See if she can open anything up. And this kind of encourage some scoring the Wolverines have not seen since the first inning.
That one will fall in for a strike again. It's 0-2.
Yep.
If you're just joining us, it's 5-1 the way of the Wolverines. The Wolverines batting here in the bottom of the 5th. No on, 1 out. It's 0-2 for the freshman catcher, Lily Valamont. Madison Taylor with the delivery. That one just misses. It's 1-2.
Yeah, Lily Valamont might kind of breathe a sigh of relief right there. That one could have been called a strike, but she's digging herself out of this hole with 1-2 count. No runners on, 1 out.
That one chopped foul and out of play. Madison Taylor certainly looked like she thought she had a strikeout there. It seemed like she was leaning a little bit on that play 2 pitches ago. Nevertheless, Donald Brown, home plate umpire, didn't see it that way. And Valamont will live to see another pitch. The 1-2. That one chopped up and still in play. The catch made by Britton Bashirs for 1 out.
Just good play there by Bashirs. Ball would have fallen foul if she missed the catch, kind of relieved some pressure. Yeah, like we've been saying, good defense from the Spartans outside of that first inning. 2 quick outs, no runners on. Janissa Conway up to bat for the Wolverines. See if they can make anything happen, but more likely than not, I'm expecting the Spartans to be up to bat here pretty soon.
Janissa Conway, the lefty, with a big hack. That one won't go. It's 0-1, 2 outs here, as Madison Taylor has had the Wolverines' number throughout much of these innings.
Yeah, looks like Bonnie Thole wants a chat here with Janissa Conway. She took a pretty big swing at that ball, even though it was a little bit low. So, just trying to encourage her, probably telling her to keep her head up. That's some phenomenal trumpet play at the ballpark right now. Not sure what they were playing, but it was beautiful.
Janissa Conway will step back in, the 0-1. Second pitch of the at-bat incoming, courtesy of Madison Taylor. That one, an attempted slap hit, won't go. It'll be 0-2.
Not a great start here for Janissa Conway. But we'll see if she can make anything happen. 0-2 with 2 outs, no runners on. Wolverines still lead at 5-1.
Conway will loop that one, not enough, just right into the hands of second base Colette Allen. And Madison Taylor is turning in what's been a very strong couple of innings she's strung together thus far. Taylor, with a 4.57 ERA on the year, has allowed 70 runs, 50 earned runs, and 76 innings pitched. Nevertheless, it's a big zero here, a big goose egg that the Wolverines are treated to by Taylor.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, the Spartans just need their bats to kind of match the defense at this point. We keep saying it, but yeah, they just really need to. Like this is going to be the big inning for them to try and get back in this game. And they've been playing well on one side of the ball, but not both.
If there was a chance, it's right here. The meat of the order for the Spartans: Macy Lee, Britton Bashirs, Janae Wash, all excellent hitters. The 3-4-5 for Michigan State. They'll have to see what they can do. Of course, Bashirs being a power hitter with 11 home runs on the year. Janae Wash with 17 hits of her own. And a .327 on-base percentage, followed up by Anna Fox, if they get there, at 6th with a .358 on-base percentage. All numbers that may pose to be a difficulty for the Wolverines if they let it. Nevertheless, Erin Hain will be right back out there to the top of the 6th inning. Some excellent pitching the Wolverines have received from her today.
Right, yeah, both squads have had pretty solid pitching all day. With the designated player, Macy Lee, up to bat, 0-2 on the day. Let's see if she can give the Spartans some life early at the top of the 6th inning.
First pitch, that one hacked away. Foul by Macy Lee. It's 0-1. That one foul again. It's 0-2.
That one is on top of the press box, rolls down. Fan tries to catch it. Looks like it might have bumped him in the head. Let's see what he does with the ball. Event staff is quickly approaching. Looks like they want the ball just as much as the fan does. 0-2 count.
That one a called strike 3, looking Erin Hain. The arm aging through this game well, as she'll receive an ovation for the strikeout.
I got something to note here. The event staff is looking desperately for the softball that fell into the stands.
That one, Britton Bashirs, will be chipped foul again. Hain only becoming more accurate, it seems, as the day goes along. It's 0-1 here on Bashirs.
Yeah, absolutely. Getting that strikeout to the designated player, Macy Lee, is big. And then that one's fouled backwards, and this will be a 0-2 count for Britton Bashirs. Yeah, just like we've been saying, absolutely phenomenal pitching performance by Erin Hain today.
That one will be chipped over down the first baseline, caught by Kiki Thole, and we'll have one out in 3 pitches for Aaron Hain. Already, we'll have an out in 3 pitches for Aaron Hain, already up to 2 outs here in the top half of this 6th inning.
Yeah, the Spartans have just had almost no life behind home plate.
That one will fall low for 0-1. Kiki Thole's been an anchor defensively here for the Wolverines. Of course, any first baseman always has to be. Nevertheless, she's not just been, standing on the base, if you will. She's been out making plays on her own in the field in a number of ways, as that one will be tipped foul, 1-1 by Janae Wash.
Yeah, Janae Wash, she only bats it at 200. She has 2 home runs in the season and 6 RBIs. With top of the 6th inning here, 2 outs, you really hope she can give the Spartans some life.
That one chipped foul. It'll be 1-2 for Wash.
A 1-1 count for Wash. Oh, 1-2 count, excuse me. Aaron Hain looks to escape this inning. The 3rd strikeout.
That one battled off and foul by Wash. In on the hands there. It looked to be a really good batting play by Wash. It won't fall fair. Just about 2 to 3 feet down the left field line. Nice hack by Wash to stay alive and stay in this battle. 1-2 will stick at no on, 2 outs. The Wolverines still maintaining a commanding 5-1 lead. All the action came early on, though, in that 1st inning. Fouled off again by Wash. Continuing to do battle here with Aaron Hain. Hain's had a great day to her own credit, lowering her ERA all the way down to a 3.17 over the course of this matchup.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, Aaron Hain playing phenomenal. Janae Wash not going down without a fight, though. 1-2 count still.
Chipped foul again. MSU only with 4 outs left to go, barring a change in offensive tides. Aaron Hain, though, has logged 3 strikeouts since the end of the 3rd inning here. Started the first 3 with only 1, but has only continued to pitch better. As the delivery here will fall low, it'll be 2-2 with 2 outs for Hain.
Yeah, looks like that one got away from Hain there. Just not a great release. Bounced significantly before home plate. 2-2 count.
That one in on the hands, chipped foul again. Catcher Lily Valuemont thought she might have had a play on it. Nevertheless, it yanked off the netting before any chance could occur.
This is pretty big for Aaron Hain here. Hoping to earn another strikeout.
That one fought off again. A chasing left fielder in Ellie Sealer will come in and grab it. And Aaron Hain has pitched yet another scoreless inning, and we'll have to see if she'll come out for the 7th.
Yeah, just another great defensive play by the Wolverines. They've had so many of them. As much credit to the score, as much as you can credit the score to Aaron Hain's pitching. You can name probably 5 or 6 Wolverines who've had just absolutely excellent high effort plays on defense, and that one there was no exception. We head to the bottom of the 6th with Wolverines up to bat, leading by 4. You got Mr. Brightside playing throughout the stadium. The ballpark, excuse me.
.789, as you said earlier, James. It's a 7.89, but it's maybe one of the most dangerous 7.89s in college softball you'll find right now. Ella Stevenson, Ava Costales, Ella McVeigh, all excellent batters. Ava Costales not necessarily having the day she would have wanted at 0-2. Nevertheless, still one of the hottest batters on this Wolverine team.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, she had some pretty... Yeah, today might not be her day, but she had some pretty game-changing plays, some game-changing at-bats against the Hawkeyes this weekend. There was one she sent out down the 3rd baseline. Couldn't tell if it was fair or foul, and 3 runners scored on it. Pretty electric play. Let's hope she can do something similar here to extend this 5-1 lead even further.
Ella Stevenson will step in. 21 RBIs to the right-hander's name thus far as the Wolverines look to extend this lead. That one falls low. It'll be 0-1. Stevenson, the freshman right fielder, has had a bit of an up-and-down day, of course, as we're familiar with the ball that jumped out of the mitt for the home run, but also she's had the opportunity to flash the leather a number of times, making some excellent plays in defense, as that one will be a hot shot right down the left field line, unable to be corralled by Mick Anthony. And Ella Stevenson will find herself on the positive end of a hit and be one on with no out, with the hot Ava Costales right on her tail.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Mick Anthony there. Feels like she's had a couple of those where the ball's just hit a little too hard for her to hold on to. That one just didn't even slip out of her glove. She just couldn't get a great hand on it, and it rolls down the third baseline, and Stevenson gets able to get to first.
That one will fall in for a strike on Costales, 0-1.
Yeah, Ava Costales, a designated player for this this Wolverines squad. Yeah, she does hit the ball well.
2 multi-hit games in this weekend sweep that we just saw over Iowa. Not the least of which an electrifying home run on Sunday's contest. We all know what happened there. One of the 3 come-from-behind victories that the Wolverines have had in as many tries. No come-from-behind needed here, of course, tonight. 5-1 the lead. Nevertheless, Costales looking to extend that pronto. It's 2-1. And the pitch. That one will be chopped. It'll be a dribbler and a little bit of a miscommunication. Nevertheless, it'll be snagged by Britton Bashirs at first after a wonderful play by Colette Allen.
Yeah, probably not how Costales wanted that one to go. Already starting 0-2 on the day. She's able to advance Stevenson to second, but I'm sure she was looking for something a little bit bigger than that. That's all right. The Wolverines, while they would appreciate runs, are certainly not in need of them. As Ella McVeigh, the junior, comes out also 0-2 on the day, batting .307. She's a shortstop.
McVeigh will chop that one foul. It'll be 0-1. So the out by Ava Costales will still advance Ella Stevenson to second base, a runner in scoring position for Ella McVeigh here. Should the opportunity arise, the 0-1. That one sent over. We'll see an out at first base. A fielder's choice will get Ella McVeigh out, but not before Ella Stevenson moves to third. And with 2 outs here, the Wolverines have a chance to knock one in.
Yeah, it looked like Anna Fox caught that ball in between second and third, super close to Ella Stevenson. It almost looked like there was double play potential there, but she just took the quick throw out at first, and now Ella Stevenson sits at third. Ellie Sealer up to bat.
That one will drop in. It'll be 1-0. Missing the strike zone. Not many batters on this Michigan team you want to see up to the plate if you need to move someone around. Ellie Sealer sitting at a .364 average. The leadoff batter for these Wolverines to set the table for a reason. Although this time, forget setting a table, she hopes to clean it. That one will be lofted deep into right center field, but the play will be made nonetheless by Spartans center fielder Alexis Ross. Ellie Sealer with some strong contact there. Looked like it had a chance to push the pace of this game. Nevertheless, that'll be the 3rd out for the Spartans as they're down to their final 3 outs in the top of this 7th inning. As we look to close it out here in Ann Arbor. And who other than Aaron Hain looking to throw a complete game for these Wolverines.
Right, yeah. And honestly, right there what we saw was pretty tough spot for the Spartans, but Madison Taylor able to close it out as she has done so many times in the 2nd through 6th inning. Runner in scoring position. a batter that's nothing to scoff at, up to behind home plate, 2 outs, and she's just able to put the ball in the right spot and escape the inning with no runs. It hasn't been pretty for the Spartans defensively, especially considering the first inning, but down the stretch here, their defense has not been the reason they are down so big in this game.
Michigan looking for one final defensive stand here. They'll face the 6, 7, 8 at least batters for the Spartans. That's Anna Fox, Colette Allen, and the third baseman, junior Mick Anthony. Together, the averages for this 3 set of batters is 271, 207, and 207. So a little bit of digging deep will need to be done by the Spartans if they want to see the other side of this inning.
Yeah, absolutely, and I know I'm sure Aaron Hain is just fiending to get 3 quick outs and get out of here relatively scot-free with only 1 run allowed.
A slap hit attempt will be fouled off by Anna Fox as Aaron Hain's pitch count rises to 89. The arm looking as fresh as ever, as we've spoken about. 4 strikeouts on the day for Hain, but they've come in the later innings. Hain still not generating much contact out of her batters, something she wants to keep doing, as that one will be laid down and foul, or hit and foul, I should say, by Anna Fox, and it's 0-2.
Right, with these slap hits, it looks like the Spartans are trying to get on base early rather than, because they've seen a lot of starts with no runners on and 2 outs. Looks like they're trying to change that here.
That one won't go. It'll be 1-2 for Hain. Well, for Hain battling against Anna Fox, I should say. Anna Fox, the shortstop, has seen much action on the defensive end here, not necessarily as much in the offensive sphere. The 1-2 will be tipped foul and will stick at 1-2. No on, no outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Michigan leading 5-1 after some fireworks in the first. Since then, it's been quiet on mostly either side outside of 1 run via the Spartans, as Aaron Hain looks to close this one out. And the delivery. We'll check for a third baseman. Did she go around? No, she did not. Anna Fox lives to see another pitch, to the dismay of the fans here.
Yeah, some boos are ringing out. They did not like that. 2-2 count.
And the pitch. That one will be a little more definite. A swing and a miss. And the 5th strikeout of the day for Aaron Hain. The Spartans have 2 outs to give, but 4 runs to get. And we'll have to see what transpires here. Aaron Hain.
Yeah, that was kind of a textbook ball don't lie moment.
Colette Allen will see that one high. It'll be 1-0.
Yeah, Colette Allen 0-2 on the day, batting at 207.
That one will fall in just inside and low. It's 2-0. The 2-0. That one high and outside. It's 3-0.
Yeah, Aaron Hain has been having an excellent day so far, but she's kind of got a hole to dig herself out of with this at-bat. 3-0 count for Colette Allen. And not looking to give a runner a free walk to first. But it looks like that's what we might see here. Exactly what we see is Colette Allen takes the 4th ball and jogs to first base.
Allen will take her base. The Wolverines now hopefully thinking double play in their minds to see if they can close this game out. Mick Anthony will step into the left-handed batter's box. 0-2 on the day with a 207 average. Anthony, of course, is speedy third baseman. One of the traits of both of these teams has been the ability to move around the base paths. At any moment in time, the Spartans, of course, are going to need to have a variety of things break their way if they want to see it through. 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. That one will fall high, and it'll be 2-0 for Anthony. Hain now will get a chat courtesy of the infield and pitching coach.
Yeah, the whole Wolverine infield's coming over to the circle to talk about it. Yeah, Aaron Hain's been, I'm sure she wants to finish this game, but She's thrown her last 6 pitches have been balls. And you don't want to give the Spartans any life here, considering they've been down 4 almost the entire game. You'd hate to see them mount a miracle comeback in the top of the 7th. So yeah, Erin Hain talks to her teammates. Gets ready for another pitch against Mick Anthony, the junior.
Hain about to sit at the century mark on pitches on the day. 6 straight balls, as you so eloquently mentioned, James. Location trouble's been a factor in these last 1.5 at-bats, as that one will fall low for pitch 99 and ball 3. 1 on, 1 out, a 3-0 count.
Hey, Erin Hain's got to find something here. Almost has 2 runners on for nothing.
The 3-0. That one will fall in for a strike after a brief breath and a pause.
Right. Yeah, a little sigh of relief there from Erin Hain. From here, I almost thought it was a ball.
The 3-1. That one won't go, though, and it'll be 2 straight walks for Erin Hain, as we'll have runners on first and second with 1 out.
Yeah, not great for Erin Hain. She's talking. Gets a little encouragement from her shortstop. Gets ready to hopefully close out this game. 1 out, runners on first and second. We'll have Alexis Ross up to bat, the senior. Oh, I lied. Kayla Bain will be up to bat, the sophomore from Chesterfield, Michigan. And Erin Hain will take a seat. She will be done for the day.
Erin Hain's day will be completed in favor of a new pitcher.
That's Lauren Durkowski who's out there now.
Lauren Durkowski, of course, doesn't need much of an introduction for these Wolverines. As Erin Hain's day, albeit not necessarily the close she may have wanted, nevertheless very strong. Only 1 run allowed, 1 earned run, I should say, on 3 hits and 6 1/3 inning. A strong day for Hain, and only 2 outs needed for Durkowski. Nevertheless, we have runners on first and second, as Durkowski will get loose.
Right, there's absolutely no shame in taking a seat after throwing 100 pitches on the day. Yeah, absolutely fantastic evening for Erin Hain. Like you said, probably didn't end the way she wanted, but Lauren Durkowski is coming in. If anybody can finish this game out, it's going to be her. With 1 out, got runners on first and second. Kayla Bain will be up to bat once Durkowski gets satisfactorily warmed up. Cheers from the fans for Lauren Durkowski. Pretty popular, probably the best pitcher on this Wolverines squad. The Illinois native. She's a junior. See what she can do with runners on first and second.
Kayla Bain, whose name we have not yet had to call today, listed as a shortstop, albeit filling in this pitch hitting scenario for Alexis Ross. We'll have to see how the Spartans can figure their defense when the time comes, as that one will be just high for 1-0. Of course, a double play still in probability here for the Wolverines if they want to end this game the fast way.
Right, absolutely.
As the delivery comes, and that's a swing and a miss for 1-1. Durkowski blows one by Kayla Bain as she turns up the heat and seeks to close this game out.
Right, Durkowski just does that so well. She puts the ball in such a way where they almost have to swing at him.
That one for a strike, too. To an increasingly loud Carroll Hutchins Stadium Alumni Field crowd at 1-2. With 1 out and 2 on, the Spartans need to make something happen fast.
Yeah, that's just absolutely beautiful pitch down the middle. Let's see if she can do it again.
That one will be lofted into center field. Tracking it is Janissa Conway. She'll catch it at the warning track and fire one into second base. Tagging up the runner for the Spartans is Colette Allen. She'll make it to third base. An excellent track down there by Janissa Conway. Not much more than the Wolverines can ask for.
Yeah, now you've got 2 outs, runners on first and third. And you've got Hannah Hawley up to bat, catcher, sophomore. Really looking for some magic here with 2 outs.
That one an off-seed pitch will land in for a strike. Of course, Hannah Hawley, the dangerous batter of the day for the Spartans with their lone run off of what's only been 3 hits for them. The Spartans down to their final out.
2 strikes from Drukowski will end this ball game.
The 0-1, that one's high. Recovered in time by Lily Valamont. It's 1-1. The speed of Lauren Drukowski is hard to understate, or overstate, I should say. Difficult to overstate. Just an excellent pitcher all around. The 1-1 and the delivery. And off speed will get Hawley swinging. 1-2, and the Spartans are down to their final strike of the night.
And now it's getting loud in here. Carroll Hutchins Stadium. The fans are pounding their feet, waiting for what's potentially the last pitch of the evening.
The 1-2. High, it'll be 2-2 with 2 outs. As Hawley won't go around and elects to sit.
The fans getting loud again.
The feet pitter-patters come around once more. The 2-2 delivery comes in. High yet again. It fills the count to 3-2. Again, that's 2 on. The corners, runners at the corners.
Now fans,
2 outs and a full count.
Now the fans are getting loud. Waving the yellow pom-poms. Here's the pitch.
Drukowski, and that one's chopped foul by Hannah Hawley. And she'll keep battling.
Yeah, Hannah Hawley, they're not going out without a fight. Count is full. Scoreboard's telling the fans to get loud, and they are listening. Runners on first and third. Sparty looking for a miracle.
And the payoff pitch. That one chipped foul again, up and out of the stadium. Hannah Hawley doing her best to stay alive here. If Hawley were to get on base or move these runners around, it'll be Sydney Dolazecki with the opportunity to do more damage. The Wolverine faithful hoping to not see that come to pass, as it'll be a full count yet again. That one down the middle looking, a strikeout, strike 3, and that's a ball game. 5-1 win for your Michigan Wolverines over Michigan State.
And the lights finally come out of the press box as the Wolverines finish this one. Lauren Drukowski finishes it. Erin Hain had to, after 6 straight balls thrown, she left the circle after a monster performance. And just really excellent defense today by the Wolverines. Sealed it after a fantastic 5-run first inning. They're able to close this one out, sweep the Spartans this season, beating them twice, 5-1 today, 11-5 last week. They move to 30-14 on the season, 11-3 in Big Ten play. They sit at second in the conference. Wolverines fall to 2-12 in Big Ten play, and they sit in last place.
So Michigan gets by on some early batting strengths and some continued pitching strengths, courtesy of Erin Hain, as you so eloquently mentioned, James. The Wolverines want to see more of that going down the stretch. Still undefeated at home, 10-0. It was a great game for Erin Hain. It was a great game for a number of batters throughout the lineup. Many Wolverines recording a hit throughout that contest. Any final takeaways for us here, James?
Just that this Wolverine team came in and did exactly what they needed to do. They kind of have been defined by their excellent pitching all season, and they perpetuated that today. Just an excellent defensive showing. Their offense has kind of did the opposite of what we saw this last weekend. They started strong and kind of pittered out towards the end, but it didn't matter. They didn't need it. They were just really solid defensively. Both Erin Hain, Lauren Drukowski, fantastic pitching days. Lauren Drukowski just coming in the 7th inning, finishing it out nicely. Just excellent defense by the Wolverines kind of sealed this one.
In the meantime, the Wolverines will get a 2-day break before Nebraska. The Cornhuskers come to town on Friday, April 19th. Of course, WCBN will have that for you here, as always, at WCBN Sports Radio. For James Meninga, this has been John Tondora. A win for the Wolverines, 5-1. just the way we all like to see it. For WCBN Sports, we'd like to bid you off into a warm Ann Arbor night and say good night and go blue.